Good morning folks, welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the recent additions to the channel on saddle stitch. The difficulty is, I don't know. You're not liking, you're not subscribing. So if I'm not seeing the likes or the subscriptions, then the content kind of dries up a little bit. I can spend time on the channel, the other channel, Secrets from the Workshop. But if you do want to see more videos, that's your way of letting me know. I know I sound like a 14-year-old teenager, but hit like and subscribe. Let me know you're enjoying them. If you are, I know I need to make more. Today, it's nothing particular skill-wise to see. Today, it's a big plug for George Barnsley, who are now producing loop sticks. Here, we have a set of 8 loop sticks in 12, 16, 20, 25, 32, 38, 45 and 50. These are the most common buckle sizes currently available. So these are the sizes of the loop sticks. Each is 250 millimeters long. The width evidently corresponds to its number. At its thickest point, it is 17 millimeters thick, and at its thinnest point, it is 3 millimeters thick. A full set costs £37.50. Don't think you could argue with that. How many times we've gone to buy a loop stick and we've not quite got what we wanted, or what we do want isn't in stock? These, I would imagine, hopefully, are going to be in stock always. The initial rush may test that theory, but hey, we can hope. Each stick is made of sustainable British beech, and they are absolutely lovely, and they have our Better Together logo on top. These are the most common sizes. If there are requests for additional sizes for uniques, then we can look at that as an individual order, or if it's a popular request, we could look at adding it to the line. But this is a really, really lovely set of loop sticks. If you're one of those that's saying, what's a loop stick? Why do I need one? We can look at perhaps the most common use of a loop stick in leatherwork, because loop sticks are both popular in leatherwork and saddlery. But certainly as a leatherworker, how many times have we made a belt where we found the keep is somewhat snug? Here, because of the taper of the loop stick, we have the ability to choose the correct size stick for the keep that we're working on. Here we have a 38mm belt, 1.5 inches, so we choose the 38mm loop stick. We've got a keep that's somewhat snug. We can actually pop that in, give it a push, and we can stretch that keep out, giving us a little bit more space and stopping us from fighting every time we're putting the belt on or taking it off. That is the use of a loop stick in its most simplistic form. There are many, many other applications. I'm not going to give you a lesson on loop sticks, but I will cover a couple of those applications. Most loops, or keepers as some people call them, so they're not keeper sticks, they're loop sticks, so that's giving us a little bit of an indication that this is a loop as opposed to a keep, but it's also called a keep as well. So this is a running keep. This runs up and down the belt, dealing with any additional length of the belt. That's the particular design of this belt, but it can work the same. We tend to bend our leather round to create our keep, and our keeps look like this. But what if we wanted more of a boxy keep? We can give consideration to perhaps dampening that, run it to the position on our stick, and then we can tap down and we can square off whilst it's wet. This isn't wet, so we're not going to get a box keep. At the same time, we can also use this system to add our crease to our leather, especially if it is slightly damp. And we can run over and we can turn the crease and come up the side as well. The back doesn't matter so much because that's not going to be seen. But here, this is an awesome tool if we then want to start sticking a fancy design. So this boxed cross that goes on many keeps, very popular in saddlery. This is a really nice tool to hold everything firm, keep it exactly where we want it, and we add our marks to it, at which point we can take it off. And here, whilst it's dry, it's not giving us a prime example, but even it being dry, it's still giving us that box sort of affair. So when we pop it back onto our strap, be it a belt, be it a shoulder bag, or be it bridle, we've got that lovely box work going on there. In addition to that, if we were looking at box keeps, a really simple way of dealing with that is getting two sticks the same size. So if you're making a 25mm strap and you want a box keep, you set yourself up, get your two straps, put one from either end, and you come in, and it will increase the thickness of the stick here consistently throughout the length where they join. So however much we push, whatever overlaps, so this could be 5mm, this could be 5mm, and as a result of that, this is 3mm, so that's 8mm, it's 8mm throughout. Increase that perhaps to 10mm, with the 3mm that's 13mm, that's 13mm throughout. Boxing off box keeps with two loop sticks is a really nice way of making them very square and firm. If you don't know what a box keep is, don't worry too much, that is definitely more of a bridle maker's thing. But they work a dream. Absolutely gorgeous. And as I say, the most popular sizes from 12 to 50 are contained in this set. They're sweet, they're strong. An awful lot of the loop sticks that I see come flat. They can get damaged, they can also mark your leather. The idea is we've just taken that tip off because it's very unusual. You're going to need that level of thinness on a loop stick, and it makes the stick a little more fragile. So they've been shortened to increase its strength and durability. They've had a sand, there's no splinters, you can run that through your leather without risk or fear of damaging your leather at all. But how cute are they? Set of 8 for £37.50. Can't argue with that. Go to georgebarnsley.com, loop sticks, get your set today. Whilst there are an absolute multitude of uses for them, not just loops, it's surprising how often you'll find that that'll work well for that, opening up the mouth of a knife sheath. There's a multitude of uses, there really are, but predominantly they are for loops. And when we make a belt, sometimes the leather's a little firmer than we expected, the keep is a little tighter. Just running this through, letting it sit overnight, even dry, will resolve that issue almost immediately. Well, overnight it will. But when you take the stick out, it's set. Very practical tool, very useful to have in the workshop, especially if you are making anything with a keep on it. Go down to the 12mm, there's your watch straps. I appreciate you're never going to use this part of it because that's just too much, but certainly doing your keeps, and especially if you want to put creases or designs on them, the little 12mm, absolutely fine. Next one up is your 16mm, and then we've got our 20mm, which is 3/4 of an inch, which is probably the most common for watch straps. So we've got watch strap in there and then two further down. So lots and lots of options available. But folks, yes, that's it. It's a very short video just to let you know they're out. They're available today. They're on the website. It's live. Go and have a look, see what you think. And if you've been looking for a set of loop sticks, this is the set that you've been looking for. Take care, enjoy.